And good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filighera. I am with logicalsignals.com and also tradershelpingtraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Tuesday, September 7th, 2021. The market did basically hold to current analysis that I brought on yesterday, but I have made a change to the labeling, which kind of cleans up some of the move. And because we did initially go down, but this rally was fairly intense back up off the lows and nearly 100 points. And that is why I'm moving things around a little bit. It doesn't change the outcome of either side. It just moves the minute third wave completion point from here up here to the high that we made during the Globex session on Sunday. And that's at 15,708.75. That is going to be the completion point for minute wave 3, which puts us into a minute fourth wave correction. Now, that may be complete as well, and that's on my 4-hour chart. So let's go down to the hourly, again, open it up so that we can take a look inside. That would be the completion point, and that we've got A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could have been an ABC down, put it right there. Other side of the coin, that's only wave A. And this, bringing it back up, could be wave B. That was a very strong rally on the hourly chart. And it was a bullish engulfing bar. And then it looked like it was going to do a bearish engulfing bar, but it stopped. And you can see that it put in a bottom tail. Very strong bottoming tail, which then, of course, provided us with that extra lift to get up to 15,701. Now, if this is A, B, we're looking for a C wave, what can we expect? First thing I can do, I can just throw in some quick extensions, which might give us a pretty good idea of where all this could come in. So, boom. So again, let me just straighten it out ever so slightly so that my numbers are going to be a little bit 75, 8.7. Okay, yeah, good. So what we're looking for, if this is indeed A and this is B, and we're going to get a C wave down, here are the levels. It's going to start to come down. In fact, it is likely 1 of C, maybe 2 of C, and we're going to be looking for a 3 of C, which should, like always, a third wave, longest and the strongest, most often start to break the market down quickly. Again, now that could happen overnight. That could happen. They could wait and we do it tomorrow morning. Yet to be seen. But if it's going to come off, here's the first level. 15,599. That takes us to a new low below what we did today and opens us up for continued level drop. And look, we have 0.382 or 1.382 at 559 or 560. And then we have the 200-day moving average at 15,552. And that happens to coincide very cleanly with this subminute wave 4 low at 15,552. So this 200-day is now pretty important as a support level. So if the market comes back down and breaks below that, and the bar, whatever bar it is on an hourly basis, closes with it below that, market weakness. And then we'll be looking for something much stronger, and I'll worry about the count later. So again, if weakness does show up tomorrow and it pushes it below this level, that's not a good, it's not a solid break or a good break for the bulls. It would be a good break for the bears because it would be indicating that we're going to go much lower. So initially, again, if we put this in, here's our 3 and the 4 and the 5 are up here. I'm going to bring those down a little bit so that they're a little bit easier to see. And that one, and then I'm going to bring this guy down a little bit so that they're just going to be a little bit closer and then play place than where this should be. Okay, so, but I may put a 4 here, and that would happen, say again, that this is going to turn into, but this looks like an ABC up. So that's the one thing. I could break it down further to see if we actually can get 5 waves out of this. If it's a 5-wave structure, we come back and we now break above 50,701.50, then I'm looking for some acceleration, easily get above that level. So let's finish up. If we're going to get a C wave down, expectations would at least be that we break below 15,606 to put the completion point in. First level, 15,599. So we're right there. We may not get much below 15,600 if the market turns lower, but we do have additional support. And ultimately, the 200-day moving average may be called into action as a strong level of support. All right, so let me get rid of that one. And now we're going to start to rebuild. Go back out here, and then one more time to here. And if indeed, I'm going to mark it to there to start, but we're going to go from the bottom of wave 2. Bottom of wave 2, come on. I have to do it. I'm just going to put it in there. Okay, now we're going to go up to the top of wave 3. And we're going to mark it as if this is the completion point for wave 4. So initially, minute wave 5 would equal 100% of minute wave 3, not uncommon, 16,056. 0.618, also most common, is at 15,884. So that's 618. That's the most common. So we're still in the neighborhood of looking at between 15,800 to 16,000. Those numbers remain very active and very realistic. I'm going to go back out to my 4-hour chart to see if I can put in my minor, excuse me, and that's going to come in here to the top, this top, which is actually such a pain. Hold on. Let me do this first. Make my life a little bit easier. See my points. Yeah, right there, and then down to this 4 right there. So now the minor wave 5 projects, and we also have the intermediate wave 5. The intermediate wave 5 is this one out here. So intermediate wave 5 would be equal to the length of intermediate wave 3 at 16,384. The 0.618 has been exceeded. 0.77 is right there. So it's been exceeded. 0.786 has been exceeded. So the next level in the immediate wave for resistance comes in way above 16,300. Now, we can come back down to the hourly chart, and I'm going to move back in on these. Let's see, we continue to cluster right around 15,800. So we have 15,777, 15,806, 831, and then we start building up to there. Next major would be 15,960. And that's really the start of the next little cluster. So we have 960 to 6,063. So we have 16,056, 16,063. So we have a 100-point cluster right there. And then we have this cluster right in here. Now we have more here in terms of minor and the minor wave 5, and then the minute wave 5 all kind of line up between 15,777 and 15,831. And we have continued at 884, 5923, 50,923. So that zone, see, gets real thick. And so it can push its way up there. And I'll tell you what this rally was, if they continue to come in after Apple and Facebook and Google and all the rest of those stocks, we can go, because these are the most heavily weighted stocks in the NASDAQ. And that's what I noticed that they were really coming in for today. They were coming in for these heavily weighted stocks because someone wanted to move that average. And that's what it appeared to me. Okay, so for tomorrow, continued downside, that's our extreme move would be down to that 200-day moving average. But basically we continue to find support about 50,600. And then a break there drives it down to this level. If we don't turn and continue to head lower, but we turn and continue to move higher, then we have 15,711, and then it breaks, and that's where it would break out from. And then we have 15,777 and on up. The volumes did increase today. We do have a little bit of, our momentum has turned a little bit, but again, market can sit and basically just churn around, and that'll kill the momentum and drive it lower anyway. So this, I don't pay too close attention to in terms of direction, because I've seen it sit right there and continue lower, and the market really doesn't do anything. So that's our story for tomorrow. And we're a little bit light on economic figures. We do have the jobless claims on Thursday, and I believe we have another, I think it's producer prices on Friday. So a little bit light for tomorrow in terms of any financial news that could move things around, but didn't need it today, to be honest with you. So that's where we're going to leave it. Our next update will be on Wednesday, September 8th.